Good morning, Miss Bell here. I'm gonna go ahead and start the wood burning portion of my little piece here, or big piece actually. It was first day of school shenanigans for us yesterday, and I just had a huge headache that wouldn't go away. So I didn't start yesterday. Plus, I couldn't find my nibs anyway, so it kind of was a blessing, I guess, that I couldn't just start because I wouldn't have been fully prepared. But I did find my nibs for my creative burner and my tactic burner. But I don't know. I thought I had a smaller nib than what I have on, so I might not need to change it out anyways, but we'll see. Yeah, because I think I have a normal size of the ball, but I don't have. Let's see, that's how you always check. And I have the ball tip one. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then I have, the sharp tip one. Sharp tip. So I think I might be good on that. I probably should have looked yesterday. You just have them in a little pill box. Because I don't have a smaller ball tip one. I want to get very thin here, so I think maybe just the sharp tip one would be really good. I think everything else is too big, and I think that was the reason why I wanted that razor, the razor wood burner. Although this is pretty flat, it's just super wide. I haven't looked online to their website for TechTick to see if they came out with new nibs. I need to do that because I need to update my stuff. This has been like at least a year. And I know the last time with my creative wood burner with Walnut Hollow, they did add new nibs, and I got those. I just haven't had a chance to play with them. But they might have more since the last time I played with those too, because it's been a while. But they added a lot of really cool ones. So I need to grab those. Go look and see what I'm needing to replenish. Anyways, I did get my headset going so I can have music going on in the background in my space, but I will have my Twitch going so I can see if you guys are commenting or anything, asking questions or whatnot. If not, then totally fine. You'll probably hear me singing some or talking still a lot, or just it might be a quiet burn just because if nobody's on, I don't need to be really saying much, and it's just burning, literally just burning. So let's see. I have it rotated, my phone, so I need to see, and yeah, it's actually a good view. Right now you see more of me though, so good thing I'm not in pajamas today. So early, we went and dropped off my kiddos to their second day of school. Got my coffee and one of my Tinkerbell mugs, my many Tinkerbell mugs. So good. Whoop, gotta find out white, went black. Anyways, I need to turn it on enough so I can see messages pop up. But I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I do need to turn on my burner, and I do need to go and wet my little sponges. So I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Too much with the light. I need the light. Like I said, I haven't burned in a while, so hopefully my smoke alarm doesn't go off. If it does, I'll probably just tone it down on the amount. Gotta get my headlamp set up. I need to get all this on my head first, because if I put my headphones on, I won't be able to put all my stuff on. And safety first. Gotta get my mask on of all the wood smoke. I don't know what kind of toys you're talking about. Okay. So, let's see. It's been a while since I've had this on. This is just a normal glove. It helps with the heat. I probably don't need it on right away. Let me take it off. When it starts getting super hot, that's when it's too much. Okay, so I do have my test one. And I just turn up my it up, start low. I am at 75, so we'll see. Gonna let it get hot. Nope, I need to go higher. I don't like to just go straight burn into this. Well, it's also, look at that. This way you have to look and make sure on your machine. So it's actually turned to my number 2. Look how hot that is. And I already made it super hot. So let's flip it so it goes to the one that I've been trying to use. It's a good thing about their holders is their holders don't, like, it's not on there. So you can already smell, you can see the tip getting hot. And actually 95 might be too much. Let's go back to 70. I want to invest in one of those little fans that draw the smoke and filter it through so that it's not just constantly, you know. And this one looks like it's just right. Already burning, not going too deep or anything. You just gotta go slow. Glide it. If you go too fast, it skips over, and then you have to go and repeat it and go back over. And if you take your time, you go slow. It's pretty good. So now you just gotta go and trace. Since I know where it's at on the burning level, I don't feel like I need to adjust. I might adjust so that I can burn quicker and later. But right now, this is actually perfect. Especially when I hit all these little divots. But remember, I said this font is really good for giving, because if I accidentally like make a line, I can sand it away or kind of incorporate it back into the font. leave it too long also on one spot, because the heat does bleed off, because you'll see sometimes if you do leave too long with all these little cuts on the wood itself, the grain, it'll follow it if you leave your point on too long. And that's where this is for. So you start wiping away if you get one of those pieces that just linger there. And right now I'm doing pretty good without the light, but I might turn that on here. Especially with the bird, I'll probably, with the cardinals. And then as you go, you just kind of wipe your tip so that it takes off all the burnings that stay on your tip. That could also lead to them burning too much of something. And this is all there is to it, and it's so relaxing. This is why it takes a while to do this. The smoke is kind of cool to watch sometimes. Of course, it's not good for you because it's smoke, right? But that's why you have your mask on. And you just gotta make sure that your wire doesn't get in the way. So I'm always holding it back, because if you turn or you do, obviously it's gonna burn your wire and you won't have a tool to use. Sometimes I have it on the other side. It just depends. Right now with this big piece, it's kind of hard to position everything the way you need it. And just the longer that you do this, it does start getting hot right here where you're holding it. So that's why I have the glove on to protect me. It doesn't burn or anything. It just gets hot. But that's why you do take breaks in between to kind of cool it off, cool your hand off. You already feel it. Sometimes you do hold it a little bit further back. Sometimes you do get too close. You just want to get done. You hold it further back, you gotta be able to guide it better. I feel it's a little tough right there, so it's kind of like not wanting to grab the burn. You can see when it picks up something that it will catch finally. It's like something glazed over it, and that's a good way to describe it, but it kind of, you know, like when pens write and then there's like a certain paper that it won't write in that one freaking spot. You write anywhere else, it'll pick up. It's kind of the same thing. Just kind of mess with the grain and it'll finally pick up what you need. Oh, I asked for coffee and I don't know how well I'm going to drink it with my mask. I'm going to be pulling it on and off. I generally have the mask on when someone gives me wood that's already treated or it's going to be burning a lot if I have to go super high on the temp, because the smoke will definitely come out. And something like this, if I'm going slow enough, I could probably do without it for a couple minutes. But you obviously, the hidden one that you don't see, but there's still stuff coming out, you definitely want to protect yourself on. So I wouldn't do that the whole time that I'm burning this, for sure. It's just want to make sure that you protect yourself on what you're burning. See, it's already tough right there again too. Turn a love like this. I'll probably stream again later tonight. Apparently the new chapter, new season of Fortnite is coming out, and I'm sure all the gang is gonna want to play it. I don't want to be left out for the intro and stuff, so probably be streaming with Reaper today on that. Ooh, getting the hot. Can feel it. Gotta go slower through here because I feel a lot more of those little, what are they called? I say cuts, but I guess sand marks. Cuts in the grain. I don't think that's natural. I think that's when they took the sand to get this all nice and pretty to be able to burn on it. And just continue. I think when I'm done with the M, I'll go back and fill it in. Or should I do it when I'm done with all the letters? I don't know. That one you kind of just play by ear, how you feel like you're going to do better. I am on call, so you'll probably hear my phone going off in the background. I am off during the day. It's my normal Friday off, so my team, my wonderful coworkers cover during the day while they're there at work. Okay, I'm gonna have to, oops, put my glove on because I'm starting to feel it in my thumb. And this is just a normal glove. I probably should get me a nice actual leather glove, one that's going to protect against burns and stuff. This is literally one of my old cold glove, normal cold glove, because I lost one of them, so I just use it. And you can tell because this piece is all like coming off. I just like it because it protects me. It does, I don't feel the heat, and I can go a little longer. See, but then I also don't know if I'm getting too close to the tip, so you just gotta watch it. Just the more you do this, the more you learn your ways of what you need to focus on or not focus on. I mean, you should always be pretty focused in safety, because this is heat. This can burn you, no matter how high you go on it. Is this view better? I know you can see more of, like, it's vertical orientation, I guess, versus the other way that I had the tracing part of it done. Now you see me more now. No necessarily is a good thing or not. And then for sure, again, like, I did all of my tracing in one stream last time, 3.5 hours, and my hand was already starting to cramp up. And this machine, I grip tighter, so I need to for sure take more breaks in between if this is going to be one of those long streams to get as much done. So right now I'm going to try to focus on just the words. I'm still going to probably try to do a 4-hour stream, so if I can get to the Cardinals in the 4 hours, even better. If I'm able to finish it all in 4 hours, that would be awesome. It just depends on how fast I can go, but I do need to maintain and make sure that I don't hurt my hand because I grip too hard, or what is that? Is that in the background? So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like the city is probably in the back. Trailers or anything. Can you check it out? Sounds like a railroad, a train, but we don't have anything that close. That has to be like an 18-wheeler going back there or something. That's ridiculous. We have an alley in the back, and it's like, what the hell? You should not be driving through there. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just burn that. I really wasn't directed how, because there's sometimes you can do the dots and just do the stipple effect through, and that's kind of gives it a cool leather look at the end. Of course, if you have the bigger nib to do that, it fills it in faster. Sometimes you just kind of glide over and make it kind of smooth effect. I guess because of these smaller areas, I'm going to go ahead and kind of keep it the same. Just kind of a smooth burn through each. I like to go back and sand anyways, so if I miss parts of it because I'm just doing the smooth effect, then I can go back and reburn whatever I'm missing if I sand a piece off. This is where you can probably turn it up higher. So I'm on 74 for the outline, so I like to keep it kind of consistent. So I turn it up a little bit higher so that my burning part can get done a little smoother. You see it getting hotter. I think maybe 90 something is too hot, but I don't want to go too deep just because I got hotter. You can definitely feel the rougher that it's catching. It's doing the, for sure it's doing the pen not writing on that piece. It's like the best way I can explain it. You have to make it catch it. When I turn on the light, I'll go back and make sure that I didn't like miss anything. Just clean it more. Strip it of whatever it gets on the tip. Clean it. It seems to be catching a lot better. Plus it can go a little slower so it actually burns down into it. And it's already looking a lot better because you have it all nice and dark through here. That's my favorite part, is when it's hot enough and you put it to the wood and you just hear that little, it's burning it. I know that's weird, but if I had better cameras, I probably would do like an ASMR burn. You just see and hear all of the burning, get up close and you can actually see everything happening. Probably not catch so much if you go with the grain too, I guess. I just kind of like coloring, go with the direction I'm already going. Sometimes it leaves little pieces, that's why I use this brush. See that? I got really close. It doesn't feel like it just kind of goes, it's not like I'm moving it.
Did you explain to them what the piece was for?
Yes, on the first one.
And where the wood came from?
Yes, I did on my first one. So I can, for those that are new and watching just the wood burning part, on my trace videos, when I did the trace of it, this was a specially requested piece. My mother-in-law's sister has been redoing their mom's house. And so they had to take down one of their old trees in the back that they grew up with and whatnot. So her husband cut a piece of the wood. This is where this came from. And I guess is a final remembrance of her, final honor, to honor her memory and everything. She asked me to, I guess, burn on it the cardinals that signify, you know, your loved ones kind of watching over you, and that they're always there for you. And then so you have your two cardinals on the side. I don't know if you can see, you can't see it right now, but when I get to them you'll see, or if you go watch the tracing part, you'll see the two cardinals. And then she said to have Mom's house and then forever in our hearts, and they're gonna go ahead and put that, he's gonna go ahead and stain it and put varnish on it later after the burn, and then either hang it up outside or they can hang it up inside, whichever. As long as they put that weathering one, they can hang it up outside. But this is the cardinal, one of the cardinals, the female, and then the other one is the male. And the male, huh? It's always upside down? I think I'm already upside down. So you're viewing what I'm doing upside down? Should I don't know how to flip it.
No, I mean, what you're burning is fine because that's the best way to see it, but your picture is just showing it upside down.
So that's where this piece is coming from. I got asked though a long time ago to do it, and I just had a whole bunch of summer things pop up, so I'm getting finally enough time to set up and get this burned for her so that she can get this hung up and in place and they can enjoy it, and hopefully I do it justice. Love these kind of pieces, and I get the honor of being able to get them some kind of piece, I guess, something that they can hang up and remember. I've done one that someone asked for them to put at their headstone. I've done one that their infant passed, and I was able to create wings for them. And of course I've done normal requests that don't get so sad. But if I can get them their vision, that's all that matters, and I can give them a little piece of what they're wanting and be a part of that. You probably can't hear him, but that's Reaper in the background giving me direction so I can explain. Made sense. I usually cover what I covered in the last one. I hadn't done that yet, so it's good. If you're just tuning in, so I can explain the type of piece I'm working on. I need to pull out all my other pieces because now that I have a wall space, I can put them all up. I want to hang them up. I just gotta find which wall I want to put them on. Ones that I don't sell, that I do for myself. I'm sure if I posted them, we could probably sell them. Hopefully, I think. I don't know. I hope I'm good enough to be able to do that. Someone likes my art enough. Sometimes, though, you just don't want to get rid of them. I think that's my problem. Everything I do, I'm like, no, I like it. It's mine. A different direction. Katy Perry. Fill me with your poison. One of my favorite songs from her. I don't know. After doing this, I might go and trace all of them first. Because this was just one. This is just one, and I'm already 30 minutes in. Just one letter. It doesn't seem like you would take this long to do, but you have to be really careful and really slow, patient. have my mask on. See, I forgot. How come? That's why I like the RZ mask, because it's pretty comfortable on your face. Hopefully y'all can hear me, though. Might have to start yelling, because last time I barely heard myself and I didn't have my mask on because I was just tracing. No? Oh, Reaper's on the phone. Thought he was talking to me. See, and you probably can't see it, but every time you go over, sometimes it lightens the wood again. You have to kind of go back and burn. You'll see it. That's why at the end, I always go back and sand over it once, and then if it clears, it's because it was not as flat as you wanted it to, and so then you clear off a lot of the burn parts on some, and then you just go back and then by then it should be. I didn't sand this. I sanded it I normally do, because the customers sanded it pretty well. But I do, like, after I burn, I do like to go and sand again, just so I can catch those little instances that go a little higher. That way I can make it darker or see. So I'm gonna go back down to 74. Too low. Whoops. Kind of hard when I'm not left-handed and I can't see my dial. I'm going to go ahead and trace them all before I go back and do the actual wood burn. But there's them, one down. One down. Make sure that I'm not covering anything. They wanna have fun. If you do have multiple tools in your hand at once, make sure you kind of get used to what you're using, because you don't want to put your heat to this, because this will definitely burn, versus your metal one that cleans it. It has happened. I mean, you're human. You just gotta watch it. It's like when you're painting and you put your paintbrush in your own drink versus the water cup for your painting. That happens a lot too. The girls just wanna have fun. That's all they really want. I like this one, because this one is a little piece here. Gotta make sure on my other O's that I only have that little slight. That's why when you trace, you want to try to get all the details in there. You're not just tracing. If you're good at filling in, awesome. Then you don't need to trace everything that you see. I can't do that. I can't do the shading, and in my head it looks good, but when I actually try to do it myself, it never works out. I'm definitely one of those that I try to be perfect all the time, and I know I'm not. And then I keep going and keep going, and then I end up messing it up because I'm just trying to fix it every single time. And I have made myself stop doing that quite often, because I will never be done if that's the case. See, here's a big old knot, so I'm going to have to fill those in. Hopefully I don't do too much injustice here where I can get it to be see, this is where it's gonna bleed. You can see it happening right there if I don't angle it correctly. Just go back and kind of tie it in where it kind of looks like you can tell that it went that way versus just being way over here but it comes back this way. Vehicles are in the back again. Sorry if you can hear them. After Mom's, I'm gonna take a little break. Well, I can get to an hour. Take a little break so I can drink my coffee and let this cool off a little.
They're cutting the grass in the back.
Oh, okay. So that's what the sound is you guys hear the city mowers in the back. It's good because it gets really high back there. There's a lot of those nicks here, the grain cuts with the sanding and stuff. You gotta be careful here. See, my fingers go up. And it might be the glove that makes my fingers slide up, but at least I don't feel it. Like if I didn't have it, I do feel it getting warmer in my glove, but it's not so bad if I did not have this glove on. Okay, you're gonna get your shadow in.
No.
Yes, I already see that you're covering some for me.
No. But no matter where I'm at, it's still gonna be a shadow.
This is why you get good lighting all the way around. Usually I have lighting in front of me, but sometimes that's why I need this. Because look how much better you can actually see. I just don't know if you guys can see what I'm burning when I have this on. For the birds, I will for sure probably have this, and you guys will probably just see more of my head.
No, you can see it still. But you're not on the bright one, so.
No, not right now.
No, that's the low one. That's the bright one. Yeah, that one, when you put the circle on, you can't see what you're burning.
But I can see all these little knickknacks better. If I just have this one on, which helps me anyways, then you can see it. But I don't need it on right now, which I think I still have on. definitely helps when you can see. See, I don't know if this is wood or if it's my glove. It's probably my glove. I need a new one. This will be my next stuff since I'm burning again. See, I accidentally went a little bit over on that, so I'm going to just extend it out, fix the issue. All of this can be fixed, guys. There's never anything like you. It's like most art. Nothing is wrong. You don't do anything wrong. Everything can be fixed. Everything can be covered up. Like, it's art. It's art. If I messed up that bad on something like this, I would definitely just stop, resand it down to where it's not on there, and start it back over and trace again. And like the only way you can't do that is if you're like super thin and like you're already into, you know, all removing all the wood, you know. Definitely, definitely. If you haven't tried this, you should. I would love to open up. My garage isn't clean, but if I ever get it clean enough, I'd probably put it out in my community. I bought some of those smaller wood burners that if I have like little ornaments, we can all get together and create some. If you have never wood burned, you should try it. See this little apostrophe? It's just a little blob there. I did color that in because that's just tiny enough. Just trying to smooth out the little pieces. And that's where the font put it, because it does look like it's super high compared to everything else. Tell me nothing. Tell me nothing. And again, the Woodburn community, they are awesome, and a lot of the ones that I started with, obviously they have way more talent. They can create without tracing on some. Sometimes they do trace. They paint over it. They add all their own unique touches. You should definitely go check them out for sure. Just look up wood burning. I know they usually post a lot on Instagram. I haven't seen a lot. There's some that do stream on Twitch. There's quite a bit on YouTube as well that they post their videos through there. But Instagram is really where you have your woodburn community. There's some on Facebook too, but I don't know if I'm allowed to be mentioning other services, but you should go look them up. They're definitely awesome people to go check out. Some do portraits and stuff, and that's so freaking cool. I always had one in my head that I would love to do, but I definitely would not want to disappoint the recipient if I didn't do it right. It's always been in my head that I would just be awesome if I could pull it off. See, this is thin S, a thin S. I might need to turn on. Make sure I'm not leaving anything right here. What's that on? through and turn up my dial. Go back to 95 because that's where I was at. I like to be consistent. I know it probably might not make a difference because it's just burning, but I don't know. To me, it feels like it's darker or something where you can tell the difference. Gotta be careful though because these are thinner, which means if I stay too long, it might bleed into the nicks that are here. You see the smoke? How satisfying is that? I don't know. Do y'all see the smoke? I like that. I like the smoke. See, I usually go up and down, but in this case, because of the grain, I think I need to follow it. It'll probably burn a lot better. You can see the smoke. So down you go. Probably what you'll get. See how it uncovers some whenever there's pieces stuck. Doesn't get the full burn. Gotta be careful here because this is a tinier area. I don't want to change too much on the form. Now that it's over. Did you hear it? Didn't you hear it? The squeak that happens. Yeah, those the little things, right? Though I can fail, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. I love this song, Shakira. Zootopia. From Zootopia, that's not the song name. I don't know, if I can't turn my headlamp on, I might have to ask Reaper to come bring me a lamp for the front side. I have this wood piece here on the side because I like to put a little cool bird on here. But when I'm burning, I don't like to have him by because I don't want him inhaling all the smoke, so I can't put a mask on him. How cute would that be? He's my little cockatiel. That'd be very cute. Put a little mask on him. Reach the end and then I'll start again. just because I filled it in with my other size, or my other. Alexa's going off in the bedroom. Alarms are going off. I have her routine set up to give us a lot of information in the morning, like weather and schedules and stuff. Just a quick glance, make sure I got everything, but of course when I go sand through here, I'll probably pick up all the other stuff. And I'm gonna turn this off for a few and get it back down to 74. Let it cool down. Whew. Take a little break so I can drink my coffee. What are y'all up to today? Nice and cold. Love it. And there's Mom's. You see it? I don't think I'm going deep enough because sometimes you smell the wood, the type of wood it is. I don't smell it. But then, of course, I also had my mask on this whole time. I mean, usually you still have it lingering. Yes, I'm actually going now. Smell it. It's one of the stuff that, like, let's say I went and I traced it and then I corrected something and I have a piece of trace out here. I'll take this and it's my sand eraser. It would help fix some of that stuff that, like, I don't burn it, but it's still on there. Go back through and come back through and make sure that I'm not missing any pieces, and I erase whatever, and then I take a sander to it. Sandpaper too. I don't have a sander right now, but my garage is also not clear, so I can't set up a full space for this. We have too much stuff, guys. We need to clear, get rid of, downsize, minimalize. Shaggy's in my ear right now. What do y'all listen to? My Amazon Music is on. My kids hear all my music all the time. My husband, my kids learn. I'm lyrics. That's all we ever play is mommy's playlist. And that's 1 hour down just on moms. Hopefully I can get a little bit quicker now that I know my burner's burning right now. I can move a little bit faster on what I need to get done. And then it kind of feels like I'm just gonna get the words in today, and then we'll get the birds in on another stream. But hopefully I can get the words out of the way and at least start one of the birds. I probably won't. I say start one of them, but if I started, I'd have to finish. So who knows? Maybe I can go a little longer on the stream and then get it all done. Get it all in one shot. What do y'all think? Just depends. I definitely don't want to start one and then stop in the middle of it. In round 3, I'd have to stop anyways. My 4 hours would be noon though. Take a break for lunch at least. If I'm hungry, I'm finishing my coffee. I might not be. It's bad, right? You need breakfast. You should be eating more than just drinking coffee. Put everything back on. The only bad thing about my glasses, they fog up sometimes. I guess it does cool down, but it does heat back up and it gets right back to the, so you gotta put your glove back on. These do have this one, my little wet piece. Start new. It's really pressing on my nose right now. Okay. Not a lot of smoke is coming out. I might just take it off because I sometimes can't just. I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman, some superhero. Then just like this. Well, big one not there. If I go too long there, it'll bleed through. just like this. So usually I also stabilize, but this is a really big piece. It's really hard to sounds like Reaper's asleep again. M&M's coming on. I can't wrap fast, like you probably won't hear this one. And the music, the moment you're in, you better never let it go. Or miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. That's all I can do. Chorus. So you just kind of look at the wording. Okay, because this one right here doesn't go straight down. Goes like that. you better never let it go. Enough, there's a chance to grow. It's like the moment you own it. Once in a lifetime. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I love when I cough, sneeze into my mask. Ugh, burp. That's why you have filters though, so you can change those out. Gross. Can't clear it. Yeah, this is perfection. Tonight, you know my hips don't lie. You can see your body moving. My mask right now feels like it's squishing my nose. Kind of weird. Maybe put it too tight. Dun, dun, dun. So I see it. Sorry guys, I know you probably don't want to hear me sing. And that's how I have to fill the empty air, the silence, fill the void. it's something different than I normally stream. I usually stream my bad gaming. I'm getting better. It's been a while since I've been on Fortnite though. But apparently tonight they're gonna have the new season come out with Marvel and Disney, I guess. So if Fam Bam wants to get on that, I'll probably be streaming with G Reaper tonight. Of course, I'm on call, so I don't know how long that'll last. Hopefully I don't get called out because I did turn in my timesheet. See, that's why it's good fun, because it's forgiving. If I miss or go over, just gotta make it thicker. And it's like it never happened. Yep, there's the H. At least the trace. This one kind of looks different from the one above it. Yeah, it's a little bit more smooth right here and right here, but I have it really like zigzaggy. Probably just smooth it out a little bit. Okay, something. I'll fix it. give up. Just gotta figure out, because sometimes when you go up, it burns differently than when you're gliding with it or going sideways. It's kind of like tattooing, I guess. I haven't practiced with tattooing lately. My dad tries to show me. Skin and wood. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Let's get this. So give up on me. Oh, that's a tight one. I felt that one stick. forever. The truth is in and the truth comes out. They don't know what to do. Oh, what you say? Oh, well, of course you did. Oh, what you say? It's a little straighter here. That's 30 minutes for house. See, took me longer to get started and get put into the rhythm of things, and I traced this. Of course, another 30 probably to color it to burn it in, but this one will be pretty good. I was gonna keep going, but since this is thinner and it doesn't have the cover, where we go in to color it in, to burn it in, I'll probably do this last then. I was gonna go through, but let me go ahead and finish this up. So go back up. See, look at that burn. It's so pretty. Anything for you. What you say? Well, there's that little cool bird. He's got to make himself known, or he needs food. When little Tink comes back, we'll have her. Or if I get finished in enough time. He's not completely out, but he likes to let us know he's getting low. If it's really bad, you'll hear him non-stop chirping. Oh. See, now I'm in this little spot here, so you need to be careful with splinters. I do end up bending my nibs. You gotta just be careful. Sometimes you just flip it over so that you're pressing down on the other side. Whoops. hill. Invisible llorando por el hill. Step inside in the hair. I guess I'm going to turn this on. Llore por mí, llámame a mí, no le hables a él. Llore por mí, llámame a mí, no le hables a él. No llores por él. Aquí hace mucho tiempo te amo, te amo, te amo. I can see it. Can y'all see it? Vamos a tomar primera vez con destino a la felicidad, la felicidad. Para mí eres tú. Llámame a mí, no le hables a él. No llores por él. Llore por mí. I'm just going over because when I sand back down, I can see some of the boulders that are probably gonna get. Where I have to go back and put it in, fill it in again. See, I can feel it. Catches there. It's like it just glazes over it. There we go. Just gotta get slower. it looking, guys? Just the word so far. Ooh, definitely have to take a break after this. And now look how far back I am because this is really hot. See that little white piece? That's stuff that got stuck. It does that, it doesn't burn, it just does like a little flake and then it's like, see? Nothing to do with you. It's our sin, myself and I. I'm gonna make sure I get into this divot. Smooth it out. I have turned it up to be super hot. I have done pieces that it's like, I think it goes up to 120. And it actually, like, a fire comes out sometimes. I think that's cool, but you gotta be very careful when that, because if you're like this and you just don't get that close, guys. That's why you always should have a light source from the front as well, all around, very well lit, or you have your headlamp on, so you can see, so you're not having to get super close. I have gotten it where it does that, where a flame comes on. Nice and glossy. Look at that smoke, guys. Can you see it? Now that I have the light on, or is it worse? Just look towards my mask maybe, because this is where it's coming. That's why you have your mask on. I have had some where I'm burning over here and there's smoke coming out on this side. It's probably because it catches a little pathway that way. It's also when it's super, super high. My heat is super high. Itchy, itchy. Just go back through here on the thin one. Blend it back in. Because I burned it with my lighter temp, but I need to go through it. This is gotta go slowly through here to grab the inside, blend it in. See, you can kind of see looks off right there, but if I keep adding to it, it might keep bleeding. There we go. I think I got it. See, it's a little straighter here, but I got a little bit curvy. It's okay. I don't need to fix it that much. There we go. See? Hold it up. Get your tools closer to you if you need to. You don't want to be having to move and then shifting. You gotta try to keep everything out of your way. Right, you are handling very, very hot. Can burn you severely. So just be careful. Take your time. And normal circumstances, your piece you turn to you, so you don't bend your body so that you're in an awkward position or anything. Always turn your piece to you. In this instance, it's kind of hard for me to be turning this huge piece of wood, so I kind of go, I would never probably be in like this angle. If I can't reach it, for sure I wouldn't do that, but I can kind of be a little bit more twisty if I need to. I've been doing this a little bit longer, but still, I highly like, just if it's too big a piece and you can't do it, then you can say no, or take your time, go even slower and do little piece by piece so that you're not putting yourself in the way that there's potential where you can actually burn yourself. Just be careful and take your time. Ooh, I feel it. Reconsider. I hope you dance. I listen to a little bit of everything. Well, some of my husband's music doesn't land in here. I skip it, but I do like his music, just not all the time. What do y'all listen to? Oh, this one's a little more tedious because it's so much bigger, and for whatever reason it's doing that pen over where it doesn't, like, there's some kind of glaze over it or something where you're writing and you can't write in that one spot, you move over and you get the ink out. Like, it's doing the same thing on this piece right here. Like, I have to almost put pressure just to finally get it to catch. Turn off the, see if y'all can see the smoke if I turn it off. I don't think you can. I definitely see it more when my light is on, but I still see it right now. But I'm also closer to it than you guys are. See. Now I'm clearing off all the extra that's on it. You can see, I can feel it where it catches and it burns it. Okay. Yep, that's definitely my glove. I probably need to go in and just clear all that off because it just throws all this stuff in there. guess we'll keep going, finish up the wording. I'm at 2 hours. If I finish up the words, I can get started on at least one of the birds. I'll probably do the female first because she's on the knot area. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to get. Oh, I wonder if I should turn this one down. I'll go right in between for this one because I can't be too where it's just the outline at 75 or hot at 95. Maybe I'll go 85 in between since this is just basically a thick line versus I'm filling in or tracing the line. That makes sense? Then in real love. Where's the love? I don't know. People die, drowning, hurting, hear them cry. When you practice what you preach, yeah, you turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us and split us from above. You got me questioning, where is the love? Where is the love? And you go lighter so you can get that thinner effect versus it being all uniform in one size. This F here has a really thin line, so you just go lighter, pull up a little bit so you still get your thin, and then you can get your thickness in back in. I had it for y'all to see it, but I need to see my F. If the heat gets too hot for your fingers, go ahead and take a break. If you're not used to it, don't keep going just because you want to get done. I want to get done, but I've kind of used to it, so I'll probably take a break when it gets really, really bad. I feel it now. Remember before I felt it in my thumb. Now I'm feeling it on this finger and a little bit on this one. When it gets too bad on this one, I'll probably take a break. That's how I time myself. If I'm doing too much, if I start feeling it in more fingers, the heat, I gotta step back a little. Waiting for someone. Oops. But that don't mean I'm gonna get away. See, now I'm getting closer down here, so my wire is getting more involved. Gotta watch it. North and then it could to go be for someone. Hormones racing at the speed of light. Even 85 might be too much for here. Just make a big impression. So you thought there was a dent there, but it's not. It's actually pretty straight here. Pain and raise a toast to all the queens who are riding alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. Ooh, I'm feeling it in my third finger. There we go. Okay, I am going to take a little break. It is getting really hot right here. So, but this time I am going to put you guys on. Be right back for a second. So I keep rubbing it and doing that, but all right, give me 5 minutes, maybe less. I just need to get up, stretch, and then kind of let my nib pen cool down a little bit so that it's not getting right here. And like you can see when you put a lot, you can see where like you're putting pressure and stuff. So alrighty guys, give me a couple minutes. Thank you. in there. Okay, guys. Okay. Let's see. Oh, my screen kind of went wonky. It'll probably still get really hot as soon as I turn it back on. But I can go a little longer again because I am cooling this down versus my actual nib pen.
House.
Huh?
House.
Your what?
Versus your house.
My house?
Yeah, cooling down.
No, I'm on forever in our hearts already. Okay, I can't hear you. Okay. Get my stuff back on. I just have to keep this on, but the consequences of having to have music on in the background, guys. Because when I traced, I did not have music and it got kind of boring and quiet. I usually have music on, that's why. But I can't have it on the stream because if I post to YouTube, it copyrights it. So I have it on my headset so I can have it in the background. Yes, you hear me singing, but oh well. I just have YouTube muted or something. And I thought I saw something. Can you come here, monkey? I'll put you guys on mute for a quick second. Okay. Put everything back on. Or, I mean, I have my mask back on, but let's try to finish the words and get into the on my own sanity. Did you stop? think you're gonna see it because you only see it. I only saw it because of the black of my cord. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have seen it. That was imagining things. Yeah, that's what happens when you have wood pieces, guys. I think there's a little bug in here, but quicker I get this out, then I might have to rethink because I do have a wood table underneath. Hopefully, it's not termites or anything, but we've had this piece for a while. It was a very tiny one. I don't know how tiny termites can be, but it was tiny, which means it's not like they've been here a long time, right?
That depends, because if you look at every little perfect hole.
Like these. Well, I'll finish it up. Did you stop loving me, darling? Loving me. Since I normally stream video games, what kind of video games do y'all play? The last game I was on was for Green Hell that I was learning or trying out with G Reaper 79. You should go watch him. We like those kind of survival games. This one's a little bit more real life because it's not cartoony like Don't Starve Together or with the monsters that they, bring in. But I think I like Don't Starve Together better. To kind of expand this V out because I had it really crooked, and if you look at the V, it's a little straighter here, so to kind of expand it out. I'm in the twilight zone and I always feel like somebody's watching me. Perfect song for this, huh? Somebody's watching me. Ooh. Still in there. Forever done. I've suckled too much. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Somebody's watching me. It's a little thicker on this one. Somebody's watching me. Okay, this will be one of those that when I come back and use my sand eraser, there's a little piece right here that I accidentally went past, but I don't need to burn it because it's straight right there. You'll see. That sand eraser cleans really well. happens through here in my trace. Where you have to kind of fill in, make it kind of look, in case your trace misses something. It happens. My trace video I used my little stylus to trace. I also used a pen to trace. You can use a pencil to trace. I didn't do it off of the inkjet that I used and used my heat tool on to transfer because I didn't flip my images. Only make it love when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let it go. You love her when you let it go. Only know you love her when you let it go. You know you've been high when you feeling low. When you're missing home. You love her when you let her go. It's a man for walking, and that's just what I'll do. One of these boots are gonna walk all over you. Oh my gosh. Okay, last word, the last word. And that's just what they'll do. One of these dudes are gonna walk all over us. See? Ooh, it's hot again, guys. Pretty much you try to get done as quickly as you can. But if it's a big piece, you gotta take your time, and you got to do it in sessions. It's really hard to finish it up and not to be messing up because it's too hot or something. It's like a little round right here. another phone. Pay on and alone, baby, the sparks by the end of the drive. I hope you know she's the one by the end of the night. Tell your friends, say you're so happy. Wow, this stream's just everything you're ever gonna need it. Cause I've been a trillion pick from a friend hanging on to you just ain't him. H done. Gotta make it a little bit like the other one. You did print the fonts out, so they should match. When you're strange. You love it. Superman's got nothing on me. Only one going. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the birds today. The Cardinals. This is definitely just one long curve. It's harder when I don't have my thin one. I didn't want to switch it out. Could have for this one. I wanted to keep it consistent with the way I was doing the rest. I might still go back in and kind of straighten some out when I switch to the thin nib on my birds. This is where you gotta be careful when you keep adding, because it gets thicker when it shouldn't have. But just add it in the right places on the other side. Superman's got nothing on me. Only one coming. Please come back now. And swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I'm broken. Oh, 'cause you just see. Oh, guys. Okay. I can't take this off. But I do need to I'm gonna at least finish and sand and kind of go over. I've got my soft grit, really fine grit P320. And just kind of go over. This is on still, so just keeping, the way that the holders are, it really, so that it doesn't touch or affect. But now I just kind of sand over. much you can. I don't do it a lot. I don't want to take away from it too much. So usually when I do this, like I said, it flattens out most of it. So if there's any that are above, it'll take that off, and then I can just go back over and burn. That way it's kind of uniform. See how this one, you can see white pieces? Later I'll go and do the whole piece so it's all uniform. All directions so you hit everything, guys. So that's why you need your mask on still. I'm going to be braiding this in. Labyrinth is on, David Bowie. Whew. Done so hard. I can be so close. Okay. So see, I know, if you can see, you see little white pieces in here that are now flush with everything. I can go back in and get these little pieces in. And it's only on the bigger spots. You won't really see it on the others. Just kind of clean it as much as you can. And now I can finish at least the whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Still on. If I really wanted to, I could go back and do this. Maybe I should do that too. That way, whatever's last minute of the tracing, which on the words, I think I got all of it. The tracing that I might catch where I didn't do too much is probably on the Cardinals. But really, it's the same thing. You just go through. And on the sand eraser, you can probably get into these divots a lot better. But again, just going through, going over, you'll see if you still have trace lines in place. On this one, I think I did pretty good on not having excess. I think I went over it, so I think this is actually even coarser than the sandpaper I was using. See if there's some in between. Not really a lot. This hurts your hand though, because you're gripping it. my hand is hurting. This is where one of those vacuums would be handy too. I end up having to sweep my floor a lot. It comes, you get it all over you. Just be careful, because see, I'm grabbing this to make sure I keep it in, but sometimes I could actually pull it out and then it's falling. Don't try to catch it. Not that you would, I'm just saying. Reaction, right? Okay. So going over again. So you can see a little bit more white. It kind of came through. And then just go back and cover it up. See? I don't know if you guys can, you can't see it. If I turn my light on, you're not going to be able to see it even more, but there's some white pieces. Can you see it? It's the wood coming through on the burn because I flattened it out more, basically. So wherever. As long as you don't go too deep, you should stay pretty flat. You shouldn't have to do this. Shouldn't have to sand it down again. See, that was connected, but when I sanded it, it was no longer connected. I don't want to do too much because then I'm going to have to sand again. Just kind of going and catching what I missed. Making it a little smoother again. I'm not gonna change much on these. I'm just gonna color and get the white stuff. Like here I was trying to kind of even out, but just need to catch. I just need to clean up. That's all I'm doing right now is getting what I sanded down. Whoop, did y'all see that? This piece got stuck on my nib. Flaked off. And it's not even here, I'm just kind of going over it. It's really the bigger pieces. This one had a missing. Right here. This is getting hot. I know I keep saying that, but I feel it, and then sometimes it goes away, and then I feel it. And it doesn't go away, I just don't pay attention. And sometimes I just feel it extra. It's always good to see too, because you know how deep your pressure is if you're constantly having to fix some things, some areas. like it's just on the edge. Sometimes it's all in the middle. Sometimes it's not even you, it's just the way that it caught the wood. This one was really close to that knot, so, or the not the knot, but the line. So I have a lot right there, but this one wasn't on the line and I had a lot right there. That one kind of lost its make that really weird. A little thicker, and I don't know why I'm not showing that. Okay. Almost done. Sometimes you have to stop. I'm gonna finish this up because it is really hot. Officially, I need to put it up. I mean, put it. This is why music helps, because I can like finish it up if instead of just like, oh, let's stop, I need to stop. I love my burner though. Okay. Oof. I think I got that. It looks white right there, but if not, I always go back later when I get the birds done. Just might need a little bit more cleaning where I can see it. It's not so gray. Turn this off now. Whew. Well, let's clean this up. Now that I have it off. I still can't move because if it pops out, it's still pretty hot. But I can move my piece around so y'all can see. Turn off the light. I can put it back on the charger. I feel like I've spread this way too much. Anyways, so you have your moms forever in their hearts. And there it is, guys. Let's see if I can get you to see what the Cardinals are gonna look like. You see one right there? It's your girl. She's gonna be, right here is gonna be a little difficult. Right here, but not too bad. It'll probably just burn a little bit more. I'll probably sand her down a little before I start burning because I feel a little bit more ridges than I did with that. And then, oh, just dropping everything right now. And then do you see the male cardinal? I know it's male because it has the super black face. Of course, I need to ask the question if they're gonna want it painted. If not, just burned, then I can probably just outline it and let them decide. But if they want me to paint it, I can get my colors out. But this is the male, and I will probably do that on the next stream. That's your mom's house, forever in our heart so far. Thank you guys so much for staying on and watching and bearing with me. I wish I could go a little longer. I usually do 4 hours, but in this case, since it got really hot, I can't push it. So I'm gonna let my burner cool down for the day. Probably get on tomorrow during the day and finish the birds up. But thank you guys. If this is something that you like me streaming, put it in the chat below. Otherwise, I guess I will be probably streaming later tonight with G Reaper 79, the new chapter for Fortnite, the new pass or whatever's coming out with Marvel and Disney, and friends. Kids like to play that, so you'll see me get on later for actual gaming. Make fun of me because I'm not that great. My kids are way better. But that's how it is. Anyways, tomorrow hopefully I'll get back on with my Cardinals. The only thing that ever keeps me away from streaming is if I'm just not feeling it because of my headaches or just something going on, but otherwise I'll jump on and I'll set it up. I guess till next time, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.